You already know it is that time of the week. Rent a Girlfriend chapter 314 review discussion thingy-majigger. We start off with the chapter with Kazuya opened up his email of him, getting a rental agreement for a house or an apartment or whatever, right? Because he's got to move out on the 18th of May. Cute little title screen here of Chziru as an astronaut. Then we gets back to Kazuya's, and he's got to move out, and he's got less than 2 weeks until he has to, he has to move out. And, he thinks back on, some last chapter, how he wanted to ask Chziru out on a date, but he pussied out. And he wants to ask her on a real date, not a rental one. Not just as client and girlfriend, but as man and woman. But I'm so scared. Ah! He doesn't want, the way they ended up meeting for the first time completely backfired on him. And, maybe Chizu's all busy next week and he's just have to end up renting her. But it's also going to be like, why the fuck would I ever go on a date with you? What? Cause he's overthinking things. And then he's starting to lose his confidence. He's scared. He hasn't asked anyone on a real date since mommy, and we know how that turned out. And he's like trying to hype himself up, like, I got this. And then Chziru, says, I'm going out. And Kazu's like, oh, that's her. And he goes to go ask her. And then, like, by the time he gets out of his room, she's gone already. He's like, ah, damn it. What was she rushing for? I didn't even hear her footsteps until she was already at the door. Well, was she trying her hardest not to keep me from noticing her? She's probably, and he's thinking about back. It's like the third flashback we had of him pussying out from last chapter. Man, she's probably wondering what that was all about yesterday. No, I can't lose heart now. How am I supposed to invite her? It's kind of creepy whenever I say the word date. Maybe I'll just ask her about her weekend plans first. Or maybe, it'd be better if he, just manned up and goes, let's go on a date. He's like, Yamoy-san. He's looking for Minnie. Oh, but she's coming home late today, so he's alone. He has no advice. He's just stuck by himself. And when would he ask her? Chizu's busy all the time. Kazuya looks at Chizu's stage play performance and that, her program, it concludes on the 13th. So, the best time to ask her out would be on the weekend. So he starts typing up a message to her. He's saying, he was wondering if she had any time tonight. And he's like, oh, I'm fucking scared. And he sends it. And it's read, and she almost immediately responds. He's like, oh. And she says, morning, it's probably going to be a little late. And he's like, she's getting home late. She also has a stage play. Oh, would it be even a good idea to ask her out this late? He quickly asks what time. And he's like panicking because he's like sitting here. It's like, she read the message. She can't even read his message. She's like, oh, what is she doing? And he's going through school and he's just, with Kibe next to him, and he gets a little ping and he pulls that shit up hella quickly. And Kibe like, whoa, that was fast. He compliments him how fast he pulled that crap out. Chizu mentioned shit. She won't be able to get home till about 11 p.m. He's like, dang, that's quite late, but I gotta do it. He's got a peep game and lock in. So he says, roger that, I'll wait for you. And that shit's crazy. He's like, ask her out on a date. I didn't know something like this would be so hard. Kibe's like, what the fuck? Chizu looks at the messages and she thinks back to, the day yesterday where Kazuya like, just hey, and then just like, oh, never mind, and walks away. And then Chizu's got a co-worker, rehearsal buddy that's like, the rehearsal about to start. And she's like, okay. And Chziru reads the messages, she also thinks back to, that time yesterday where Kazuya's like, he calls her out, he calls out to her, but then like pussies out. And the chapter kind of ends there with Chziru going off to do her rehearsal. And that is 314. Like nothing fucking. There was a lot of Kazuya monologuing. A lot of it. Fucking blowed. Alright. So, we got this out early this week. Hallelujah. Pat myself on the back. I'm great like that. Hello, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.